Krikoko, krikoko. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Critical Coffee Consideration. What am I trying to do this time? Well, apparently my most popular video so far has been about the DeLonghi sneezing and how to fix that. For that video I wasn't able to capture an actual sneeze gone wrong on tape, so I'm going to try that. I have here a very dark roast. I would definitely say too dark because you can kind of see the oils on there. I didn't roast it myself. I actually got it from Carl. So, though I appreciated the gesture, I wouldn't mind that I actually don't have to drink this. So I'm going to root for these sneeze to actually happen. Now I already tried it a few times, and then of course when you want it to happen, it just doesn't. So we'll just have to see. In any case, this is kind of the thing with the DeLonghi Delica, this issue of the rubber, is that when it becomes a problem with your machine, and it's not always the case, like Carl, he never had that issue. Either his pump is not strong enough that it doesn't push it to push the rubber out basically, or he's just lucky the build was just coincidentally of a better quality. At any rate, for me, this is kind of a stressful kind of episode. And I'm always, well, there you go. No, it's not going to do it. This is not fine enough. So let's keep going. There is some pressure. There's some pressure build-up. You definitely feel that. I'm committed. Last time I tried it 3 times without a sneeze. But if at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay, so if that's not fine enough, then let's just wow. I should also be careful not to ruin the grinder. Oh, okay. At any rate, if it doesn't happen with this, I don't know what would. You can see it's very kind of clumpy. All right. Second trial. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Yes. Okay. This is. Come on. You want to jump out. Come on. You can do it. I mean, come on. You don't even. Ah, yes. We have it. We have it. Quite a snap there. This, my heart rate has just doubled, but this is kind of the emotions you go through when you're actually, with a good coffee, not this one, but with one you're actually enjoying and you want to kind of get it as ristretto-like as possible. So you're going finer and finer, and at a certain point it's kind of still coming out, but Oh. See the still stone pressure buildup here? Alright. You can see really here kind of the oily side of it. The ugly side of coffee business, as you say. Let's just clean this a bit. Of course, when you're going to work on the machine, always plug it out before I do any work. This was the explosive shot. Salty ash. That's what you get if you're doing this with a dark roast. This is just ashy basically. No further use for this, but in my kind of experience with the DeLonghi Delica, I have to go through this. Too much for my personal liking. And in the first video I actually turned this machine around, but once you get used to it, you kind of get used to having a screwdriver nearby that fits underneath, and then you just kind of let it pop out, and then kind of hear it, and then you can just kind of screw it back in. There's hot water dropping, so you might want to do this with a hand glove. You kind of, get used to it. It's not that I have to do this every day. Usually if I kind of have it dialed in, it would work. Now, I'm happy I finally got the sneeze on tape, but it's even better thanks to Panagiotis, who left a comment on that video and suggested me to actually just replace the rubber. It ended up costing me around €5, so a little bit more expensive than what he said. Let's hope it's worth it. Okay, so actually for replacing it, it doesn't really make a lot of sense of doing this in this direction. You should probably turn it around now. Okay, so here we go. This is the old, muddy, dirty one, and this is my new rubber. Now, I'm very, I'm kind of skeptical. It's not that it looks damaged, let's say. And what I also am not going to want to do is just do an awful shot as I just did now. I don't want to just push it, because I think I might have stretched it at some time in the past when it was really kind of in the beginning when I owned the machine. Now I kind of, ease into my dialing in. And so although it kind of regularly happens to me when I want to dial in kind of a lighter roast and just getting it just right, because I kind of really like extreme ristretto, I would describe it. So then you are in the risk zone. So I don't know if I kind of damaged it because of those earlier experiments, but I'm not going to do something crazy like I just did. Now, I already had the replacement part, so it made sense for me to try and catch this on tape. So this then actually just goes like this. We'll plug it back in, and if ever I feel the need, I will make a third episode on this, I guess. For now, if you have the same kind of issue, just buy this replacement part. So I found it through the official DeLonghi website. They refer to Handyman or one other, and I find it through this Handyman website. So it should be around €5. The other thing that Panagiotis suggested to me was that it might be the size of this basket, which should be, was it 52 or it could be 51 or the other way around. Now, any case, I did a one-on-one comparison with the one that Carl has. He has exactly the same measurement, yet his doesn't slide out or does this kind of explosive situations. So it's really, it's in the details. Thanks for following this adventure. I hope you don't have this kind of issues with your espresso machine, whether it's DeLonghi or another one, and that you get to enjoy your coffees. See you next time.